Hey. Hey. So, what are we learning today?
Animations.
Animations? I know animations. I know cartoons. Lion King, Ice Age, Shrek, Frozen, Tom and Jerry, The Batman, Toy Story, Digimon, Cars, Pokemon, ooh, and my favorite, Dragon Ball Z. Watch this.
Whoa. Not that kind of animations. Premiere Pro animations.
Lame.
Welcome to the Power of Creation. My name is Sebastian, and in this video and also in the next one we'll be talking about keyframes and animating the properties in Premiere Pro projects. In this one we'll take a look at the basics, and in the next one we'll go into more advanced stuff. Oh, by the way, if you're new here, the purpose of this channel is to teach you everything about content creation process, from small things to big ones. At the moment, our main focus is learning Adobe Premiere Pro, but we will expand on this eventually and cover a lot more things in the future, step by step. So, in order to follow along, I advise you to hit the subscribe and the bell icon down below so you get notified every time a new video comes out. Alright, let's dive into work. First of all, what is animation? We usually see animation as cartoons or some 3D objects moving on screen. But that is only one type of animation, where the images are manipulated so they give us this effect that they are moving in real time. So the property which is being animated over here are those images. But we can animate also some different kind of properties. Whenever we change a value of some property through time, we can say it's actually being animated. Now, I have no clue if I'm explaining this correctly, but that's just the way I'm wrapping my head around it. So in case of Premiere Pro, we can animate different properties of the objects which we are using in our clips. And we'll take a look at those in this video. Either it's the clips, the audio, the texts, the shapes, the effects, whatever we are having in our timeline, we can animate the properties of those objects. Basically everything can be animated. Okay, if we open up Premiere now, this means that everything we have in our timeline we can select and animate different properties of this selected element. We can see these properties in this effects panel. I guess we could call all of these effects, but I like to call them properties since it's easier for me to understand it. Long story short, anything you see in this panel can be animated, meaning any value here can be changed through time. This also includes any effect you would add here. If you watched one of my previous videos where we talked about speed manipulation, yes, we did an animation there, a speed animation. We did an animation there, the animation of the speed property of the clip. Alright, let's go ahead and see how we can do this in Premiere. Each clip or object added to the timeline has default properties on it, which we see here in the effects panel. We animate these properties in Premiere with the use of keyframes. We can look at those keyframes as a value of a particular property at a specific time. Now, to add the keyframe, we first select the place in time where we want to add it. Then we need to turn on the animation of the property by pressing this stopwatch next to the property where it says toggle animation. As you can see, the dot was placed here, which represents our first keyframe. Now, if we move to another place in time, we can add another keyframe. We'll do this by pressing this dot here and then changing the value of the property, or by just changing the property from the start. Let's set this keyframe to 200 and see what happens. If we play the clip from the first keyframe to the second, we see the value changing from the initial to the target value through time. We can update these keyframes however we want to. If we want to change the first one, we need to place our playhead at the specific place where the keyframe is. As you'll see, it's quite hard doing this by dragging it to the right spot. If you miss and update the value, it will create new keyframe at this place, which we don't want. Easier way is to use these arrows over here. This helps us to navigate through keyframes in the timeline. There, that's better. Another useful thing is this button here, Reset Parameter. If we press it while animating and being placed anywhere in the timeline, it adds new keyframe with this property's default value. If we're not animating, pressing it will just reset the value to default. Alright, that was adding keyframes. Let's see how to remove them. To remove all the keyframes and disabling the animation of property, we can press the stopwatch with which we turn the animation on. Let's confirm it, and all the keyframes are gone. To remove just the specific keyframe, we can navigate the playhead on it and press this dot, or simply select it, press delete or right click and hit clear. We can do all kinds of basic manipulations of keyframes as well. For example, we can move them around by dragging them, select more of them at once or all of them using Ctrl+A or Command for Mac users. We can duplicate them with this menu and so on. Alright, these were just the basics to kick you started with animation process in Premiere Pro. Now it's time for you to go ahead and play with it. Or don't, and continue watching next video on my channel, if it came out already. If not, go ahead and check the channel for the previous ones, where we talk about advanced animation manipulation. Cool stuff. Like this video if you learned anything new, since it will help me to continue helping you. By the way, did you learn anything? Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.